Genetically modified foods cause cancer, and I think you'll agree with me, there is a lot of sickness on the planet today. Increase hygiene, sanitation, and nutrition.
Warning: the very home products you use every day could be silently causing cancer and damaging your DNA. It's terrifying, but it's the truth. And I think you'll agree with me that, with the rise in diseases and illnesses, something is deeply wrong. We are living in an era of unprecedented toxicity, and unfortunately, many of the products we use in our homes daily are part of the problem. In this video featuring Barbara O'Neill, we reveal the 8 hidden culprits in your home that are silently attacking your DNA and compromising your health. But here's the good news: there is hope. Our bodies are designed to heal, and with the right changes, we can give them the environment they need to repair and protect themselves. In this video, we'll share which products you need to avoid and what you can replace them with to restore health and protect your DNA from irreversible damage.
So right inside the nucleus of the cell is the DNA, and the DNA is the genetic code that determines the colour of our eyes, the colour of our skin, the colour of our hair. Even though I've just hit 70, I've still got brown hair because my father died at 92 with mostly black hair, a bit of grey. My mother died at 51 with brown hair. So both sides of my genes, and we've got 23 chromosomes from our mother, 23 chromosomes from our father. So both my sides were not grey. My husband's white, and both of his parents were white at 50. The DNA is a fascinating thing, and if you stretch out the DNA, it can be 2 meters long, and it's got a huge amount of information in it. If you put all the information that was in the DNA into alphabetical language, put it into paperback books, it would go to the moon and back. I can hardly get my mind around that. It's like an intense library. And this DNA is made up of the food that we eat. The outside strands are made up of polysaccharides. So polysaccharides basically means many sugars. And everything we eat is made up of many sugars.
First, let's understand why DNA damage is so dangerous. DNA is the genetic code inside every single cell of your body. It tells your cells how to grow, divide, and function. Your body is constantly being remade, and DNA plays a key role in this process. For example, eye cells regenerate every 1 to 2 days, and the cells that line your gastrointestinal tract regenerate every 3 to 5 days. In fact, every month, you have a new skin, and every 3 to 6 weeks, your liver is completely renewed. But when DNA becomes damaged, your body's ability to heal and regenerate properly is compromised. This damage can lead to diseases like cancer and other chronic conditions. What's alarming is that many of the products we use at home daily are directly responsible for DNA damage, leading to long-term health issues. Now let's dive into the 8 toxic home products that are quietly sabotaging your DNA and health. Household cleaning products.
Also, chemicals. We are exposed to more chemicals today than any generation that ever lived on the planet. The good news is, and we'll be going through this tomorrow, is that we have a liver created by God that has the ability to detoxify us. Isn't that good news? And we'll be showing you the conditions that it needs to be able to detoxify us from environmental poisons. You've made a good choice to come here to Living Springs Retreat, where you're going through a 2-day detox that'll effectively, little by little, start to get some of the chemicals out of your body. It is estimated that we are exposed to 100,000 new chemicals every year. That's scary, isn't it? We have no say over the neighbour, but we have total say over us. We have total say over the clothes we wear, because you know there are fabrics today made in a chemical laboratory, and that is polyester, nylon, and acrylic. When I was a little girl, everything was cotton. Except in winter we'd have a woolen jumper. Wasn't it prickly? Oh, it never touched us because we had our cotton shirt underneath the woolly jumper. It's coming in so many hidden ways, is the chemicals. Start to be aware of what's in your laundry detergent, what's in anything that is touching your body. Particularly ladies, because the men, Most of their clothes are just cotton, but ladies like the pretty things, and a lot of pretty things are made out of those chemicals. We'll look at fabrics a little bit more in another lecture. But just to show you the many hidden ways that we can be exposed to chemicals. Looking at the things that can damage the DNA.
Many household cleaning products are filled with harmful chemicals that can pose serious risks to your health. All-purpose cleaners, bleach and disinfectants often contain powerful chemicals like ammonia, chlorine bleach, and phthalates. These substances can cause problems when they are inhaled or absorbed by the skin. Over time, exposure to these chemicals can interact with your DNA, potentially leading to mutations that could trigger cancer. Barbara O'Neill advises against using cleaners that contain ammonia and chlorine bleach, as these chemicals are not only dangerous to your respiratory health, but can also cause long-term harm. Phthalates, which are often added to cleaning products to give them a pleasant scent, are endocrine disruptors. This means they can interfere with your body's hormone system, leading to issues like fertility problems and developmental delays in children. To protect your health, it is important to make the switch to natural cleaning alternatives. Items like vinegar, baking soda, and essential oils such as lemon or tea tree oil are all effective, non-toxic options for cleaning your home. These natural ingredients not only clean well, but also help maintain a healthier living environment. By opting for safer alternatives, you can reduce your exposure to harmful chemicals while still keeping your home sparkling clean. Antibacterial soap. Antibacterial soap might seem like a good way to keep germs away, but it can actually do more harm than good. Many antibacterial soaps contain a chemical called triclosan. While triclosan is designed to kill bacteria, studies have shown that it can disrupt your thyroid function. This is a serious issue because the thyroid plays an important role in regulating your metabolism, growth, and energy levels. When the thyroid is affected, it can lead to various health problems, including weight gain, fatigue, and difficulty concentrating. Additionally, triclosan can contribute to the growing problem of antibiotic resistance. This means that bacteria could become resistant to antibiotics, making infections harder to treat. Instead of relying on antibacterial soap, it's safer to use regular soap and water, which effectively remove germs when you wash your hands properly. If you want an extra boost, look for soap with safer ingredients like benzoic acid, which has antibacterial properties without the harmful side effects. Air fresheners.
But we also need to be breathing fresh air. So be mindful of the air that you're breathing, be mindful of the way that you're breathing.
Air fresheners may seem like a simple way to make your home smell pleasant, but they can actually be harmful to your health. These products often contain synthetic fragrances and chemicals that are not only bad for the air you breathe, but can also negatively affect your DNA. The chemicals used in many air fresheners are linked to hormone imbalances and even DNA damage, which could increase the risk of health issues like cancer. One of the biggest concerns is that the fragrance industry is largely unregulated, meaning that the chemicals used in air fresheners are not always tested for safety before reaching your home. Many of the chemicals found in air fresheners are known to be carcinogenic, which means they have the potential to cause cancer. Barbara O'Neill recommends switching to natural alternatives to freshen your home. Instead of relying on chemical-laden air fresheners, consider using scent diffusers with essential oils made from plants. Oils like lavender, eucalyptus, or citrus are safe, effective, and can create a refreshing atmosphere without putting your health at risk. By making this simple switch, you can improve the air quality in your home while also protecting yourself and your family from harmful chemicals. Non-stick cookware. Non-stick cookware, particularly those coated with Teflon, is a common item in many kitchens due to its convenience. However, these pots and pans contain perfluorinated chemicals, PFCs, which can be harmful to your health. Studies have shown that PFCs are linked to serious health issues, including cancer, liver damage, and hormonal disruption. When these chemicals are exposed to high heat, they can leach into your food, causing DNA damage that can have long-term effects on your health. Barbara O'Neill recommends avoiding Teflon-coated cookware and switching to safer alternatives like stainless steel or cast iron. Both of these options are free from harmful chemicals and are much safer for cooking. Stainless steel is durable, resistant to rust, and easy to clean, while cast iron provides excellent heat distribution and can even offer added health benefits, such as contributing small amounts of iron to your diet. By making the switch, you can cook your meals with peace of mind, knowing you are protecting your DNA and reducing your exposure to harmful toxins. Plastic containers. Plastic containers, especially those made with BPA, bisphenol A, or BPS, bisphenol S, can pose significant risks to your health. These chemicals are known as endocrine disruptors, meaning they can interfere with your body's hormonal balance. When plastics containing BPA or BPS come into contact with food or drinks, particularly when heated, these harmful chemicals can leach into your meals, putting you at risk. Over time, exposure to these chemicals can increase the chances of developing cancer, as well as cause reproductive and developmental problems. Barbara O'Neill recommends switching to safer alternatives like glass or stainless steel containers for storing food and beverages. Unlike plastic, these materials do not contain harmful chemicals that can leach into your food. Glass is non-toxic, doesn't absorb odors or stains, and is durable. Stainless steel is another excellent option, as it is sturdy, reusable, and free from the risks posed by BPA and BPS. By making this simple change, you can help protect your health and reduce the risk of long-term damage caused by these harmful chemicals. Personal care products.
Do you know I've never owned a dryer? I just hang my clothes out on the line. That's what we do in Australia. The sun purifies. Very good to put your clothes out in the sunshine. Even if you buy cotton, you still have to wash it and put in sun for the day because it's one of the most sprayed crops, especially in Australia. So they're made out of natural fibre. So be careful what's touching your skin because your skin absorbs, your skin breathes, and your skin throws off waste. What your skin also needs in regard to breathing is to make sure that the creams you put on your skin have no chemicals in them because we're trying to detox from chemicals, don't want any more going in. If you find that your moisturiser has got some nasty names in it, and it's easy now, if you don't know what it is, just Google it. Have a look at the name and it'll tell you. And if you find out your moisturiser has got some nasty things in it, we've got lots of coconut oil. Coconut oil on the skin might feel a bit sticky, but within about 5 minutes you'll find it soaked through.
Many personal care products we use daily, like shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, and moisturizers, contain harmful chemicals that can negatively impact our health. Common ingredients in these products include parabens, phthalates, and synthetic fragrances. These chemicals have been shown to cause DNA damage and disrupt the body's hormonal balance, which can lead to long-term health issues such as increased cancer risk, reproductive problems, and developmental disorders. Barbara O'Neill strongly recommends switching to natural and organic alternatives that are free from synthetic chemicals. Choosing personal care products that are free from parabens, phthalates, and other harmful additives will help protect your body from the toxins commonly found in conventional products. Look for items labeled as free from sodium lauryl sulfate and parabens, as these ingredients are often used in conventional products but can irritate your skin and damage your health over time. By making the switch to safer, cleaner products, you can take control of your health and reduce your exposure to harmful chemicals. Mold in your home.
Also, what can damage the DNA is mould. Mould has the ability, and we see it in nature, it can splice into the DNA of plants. There's even a snail that when fungus gets into this snail, the little antennas grow longer and have colour in them. Does this happen with humans? Yes, it actually is a possibility. And mould is something that a lot of people don't realise is such a danger. If you read the Bible, it says if the house is mouldy, you've got to clean it up, get the mortar out. I guess most houses were made out of stone. Clean the mortar out, wash it all, re-mortar it, then the house was to be shut up. And then they'd come back 2 weeks later. If they opened it up and the mould had again grown, they had to dismantle the house and take it. It's in the old days in the Bible it said, take it to an unclean place outside the city. Well, the house had to be destroyed. It's toxic stuff. This is why I wrote a book on it, because a lot of people don't realise the danger of mould. Very important to make sure that the person's house, or they're not getting reinfected with mould. One lady who had breast cancer, she explained her house. Her house had big gum trees all at the back of the house, and this was the sunny side of the house, and her bedroom was there, and she had an ensuite there that didn't have a window, and between the ensuite and her bedroom was her wardrobe, and there were gum trees also here, and there was a veranda. In Australia we have verandas, so that got probably about 10 minutes sun a day, if that. And she said her wardrobe is always mouldy. Her shoes are always mouldy, the leather belts are always mouldy. It's always damp. And she had breast cancer. And when she heard about the link between mould and cancer, she just put her head down. She's only 35. She had no idea. You see, along here, the children's bedrooms, and they had a bathroom here, and there's, maybe rooms like that, but they were getting bits of sun, and their bathroom had a window, and it had big windows along here where the sunny air came through, but it was just that little corner in her house. That's why I say get the trees away from the house, get skylights in, get fans in, let the air and the sunshine get into the house. You see, if mould is in the house, you have to ask why. It's only there if it's not, if it's conducive for its growth. I was very sad about this lady because she only lived another 3 months. She had 3 little children. It's very sad. But when she was at our program, she rang up her husband. She said, I can't go home. I can't go back to that house. See, she was the cleaner in the house, and her husband, he just was there really at night, and when he was there in the day, he was rarely in the bedroom. And she was the cleaner of the house, so whenever the mould was there, she'd clean it. And if you clean mould, as soon as you start wiping it, you start breathing in the... And if you put bleach on it, you create one of the most toxic mixes. So what can you do? You can spray it with white vinegar, spray the whole thing with white vinegar and leave the room. Come back 10 minutes later and then wipe it up, because the vinegar will kill it. But you've got to find out why it's there, because there should be no mould in a house. So you've got to starve it, make sure. Remember, these are opportunist organisms, and if there's a lot of waste going in, those microorganisms have something to eat. Also, kill. I do think we've got to get away from the kill mentality, but there are herbs that will kill fungus and won't kill you. Isn't that good news?
Mold in your home may seem like a minor problem, but it can actually be much more dangerous than you might think. Mold is not just an unsightly nuisance, it can also be a silent killer. When mold spores release mycotoxins into the air, these toxins can be inhaled and cause serious harm. Over time, exposure to these mycotoxins can lead to DNA damage, which is linked to chronic diseases, including cancer. Mold exposure can also weaken your immune system, making it harder for your body to fight off infections and illnesses. Barbara O'Neill stresses the importance of addressing mold issues in your home as soon as you notice them. Proper ventilation is key to preventing mold growth, especially in areas that are naturally damp, like bathrooms and basements. You can also use a dehumidifier to help reduce moisture in the air and prevent mold from taking hold. By taking proactive steps to control mold, you can protect your health and create a safer, cleaner living environment for you and your family. Electromagnetic fields.
It should be out of the bedroom. Even if you're on call, put it in the hallway, you'll wake up. So it's not only the electromagnetic field that's affecting you, but there's a temptation, if you can't sleep, to look at your messages. Yeah? It's a temptation for me because Australia's awake when I'm asleep. So in the middle of the night, Australia's awake. but I will not. In the sunlight there is blue light, and the blue light is absorbed through a little receptor site on our retina called melanopsin. And when blue light from the sunlight is absorbed through our eyes to our brain, it increases our ability to solve mathematical problems. It increases our ability to assess things, all because our eyes through the day have sunlight. And the blue light comes from the sunlight. The technology, the screens, whether they be iPad, whether they be computer, whether they be the phones, there is a blue light that comes out. Now, it's a different frequency to sunlight. But in the middle of the night, if you look at your phone, there's enough blue light going in there to say to your brain, daytime, wake up, because it's right here. Whereas when you watch a screen like a television, your brain already knows it's dark and you're watching. So it doesn't mean that I'm saying you can watch television till late at night. Ever tried to watch something exciting and then go to sleep? There must be a time of winding down, especially that hour before you go to sleep.
Electromagnetic fields are invisible energy fields created by electronic devices, such as mobile phones, wireless fidelity routers, and microwaves. While these devices are a regular part of our daily lives, exposure to electromagnetic fields has been linked to serious health risks. Studies suggest that electromagnetic fields can cause DNA damage at the cellular level, which can disrupt the body's natural healing process. Over time, long-term exposure to electromagnetic fields can increase the risk of developing diseases, including cancer. Barbara O'Neill advises taking steps to minimize exposure to electromagnetic fields in your home. One simple way to do this is by turning off electronic devices when they are not in use, especially at night while you are sleeping. Keeping your mobile phone away from your body, such as not carrying it in your pocket or sleeping with it near you, can also help reduce your exposure. Additionally, try to avoid spending prolonged periods near high electromagnetic field areas in your home, such as close to the wireless fidelity router or microwave. By being mindful of how and when you use these devices, you can help protect your health and reduce your risk of the harmful effects of electromagnetic field exposure. The good news is that your body is capable of healing itself. By eliminating these toxic products from your home, you can give your body the chance to repair and protect your DNA. Barbara O'Neill reminds us that the right foods can support DNA repair and help keep us healthy. Eating a nutrient-dense diet full of antioxidant-rich fruits and vegetables, along with healthy fats, will give your cells the nutrients they need to maintain healthy DNA. If you found this information helpful, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on more valuable health tips and insights.